So guys, today we have an exciting topic. We're going to talk about how to outsource your agency. I hope you like the new setup. By the way, this is not connected, so my sound should not be that good. Anyway, every agency owner's dream is to go on vacation and see every day their money keeps going in even though they are not working. And on top of that, outside of this dream, to outsource, to know how to be able to outsource your agency is very important as a skill. And also, if you want to value your company, like you want to sell your company, the people who are going to buy your company or going to invest into your company, so are going to look how the business model is dependent to the owner. So you want to fire yourself as soon as possible from the agency, otherwise your company is not valuable, because they know as soon as you leave the business, your company is not going to make any money anymore. So in my case, I only started doing some outsourcing like a month ago, so this is why I want to be able to talk to you about it. Like, I want to master something before, and then I can give you all my knowledge. This is not going to be like all the other YouTube video where you just people give you some very vague stuff like, oh, you need to calculate your annual wage and then your hourly wage and then you can outsource. I'm literally going to show you like how I outsource it on my screen, to who I send message, who are the type of profiles I'm going after. So you're really going to see like everything in full transparency. So I want you to start outsourcing your agency once you already have signed 2 or 3 clients, because it's very important for you to do one first loop for your agency. What I call a loop is finding a client, doing the selling, doing the delivery, and doing the retention. I want you to do all the very repetitive technical tasks and all the very high strategic tasks, because I don't want you to start outsourcing stuff that you don't master, because it's going to be a nightmare for you if you start outsourcing tasks but you don't really know what kind of results you expect, or if there is a problem you're not able to train the guy. So it's only stuff that are very repetitive, that takes a lot of your time, and you're better off like just delegating that kind of stuff. Also, you need a bit of cash flow to start investing into a new teammate. So you can't just start your business and start paying people because you don't have any money. And I'm really for a bootstrap business, so I don't want you to spend some money and don't have like a sustainable business. This is not a good business model for me, at least for agency. So I only want you to outsource repetitive tasks. Find the tasks that you can outsource. You don't need to go very complicated. Me doing a YouTube video, someone can't replace me because you need my personality, you need my face. But some other stuff like scraping leads for your agency, video editing, those are tasks you can outsource. You don't really need to go some people will say like, okay, you need to have an Excel file, you need to write all the different kind of stuff. It's pretty obvious. Like, some tasks you can, some tasks you can't, and you will know. You just know if you're a bit clever. And you need to understand exactly the results you need. So you need to have like some preconditions before you start working with people. It's like, okay, I know this task is repetitive. I know this is what I usually want to as an outcome once I finish this task. This is how long I should take. This is what are the pricing. And once you have those ideas in mind, once you start talking to people, you want to see if they're thinking like you, and if your filters, if your settings are the same. And you want to set condition like this is the quality I can do. This is the price it will cost me. This is the time it takes for me to do one task. If someone can get all of these at least 80%, well, it's interesting for me to work with them. So now, who should you look for? So once you start outsourcing your business, there's so many different profiles, so many different kind of structure. So you need to niche down on who are the people you're going to work with. So I recommend you to avoid companies. Companies just want your money. They don't really care about the outcome. They're not hungry to make your business successful. So I would tell you to avoid to work with companies. I want you also to work only with experts in their field. Say you want to have a specific task. The guy needs to be an expert in the task. Imagine working with a guy who every single day from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. his only job is doing lead scraping. How good you think he's going to be when working with your business? Now, let's say someone is doing sales, he's doing video editing, he's doing like loads of different irrelevant kind of tasks compared to your business. Well, that guy maybe he has good like adaptation skills, but he's not going to be as good as someone who is very aware in his niche, who works every single day to the same task, and who who is keeping up to date with the new trends. Because like different expertise. There are one proper job. Like you can be an expert in different field, and try to find people in cheaper countries. So I'd say like 90% of the people I work with, they are based in India. They are super hardworking, but they're also very good in terms of quality wise. And so usually, yeah, so Asia, Bangladesh, India, yeah, those are really good countries to aim. They're cheaper. Try to look for students. Students are really, really good to work for your company. And because also working with an individual, he will really want the success of your company, because the more you're successful, the more he knows you're going to pay him. Whereas a company, he doesn't really give a fuck. That's like, he's going to give you like an invoice. Okay, what you need is going to take like 5K for 1 month. He's going to do it. And then if you succeed or not, he does not care. Whereas students, individuals, they care about the outcome. So it's really, really nice to work with these people. Now, where can you find those experts? So I'm going to tell you all the kind of different ways you can do it, but don't worry, at the end, I'm going to give you exactly like a study case for my business, like how I did it. So option number 1 is freelance platform, Fiverr, Upwork. Those are the two I recommend you. There's the cheapest. There's so much data on them, so many profiles, so many reviews. It's really good. So the option number 2 is the one I did, and the one for me, it's really, really good. It's Facebook groups in a particular niche. I'm going to show you this right after. Option number 3, if you have a large audience, you can do a social media. So usually you see like some kind of, this is really when you have more followers, but you can see some people who are going to do some story saying like, oh, I'm looking for a video editor, I'm looking for someone to record. And this is really good because once you have that kind of audience, you can just like do one story and get loads of people coming in. So it's pretty interesting. Now I'm going to dive deep into the process part. So step number 1 is for me, there's 2 ways to do it. You should work on those 2 ways. Is send messages to top profiles on Fiverr and Upwork, asking for a sample, a task, and just getting like a first feeling of these guys. And number 2 is make a post in the Facebook group with the context, the skills that are required. Remember, we're only looking for experts. So 1 task, 1 expert, and a Google form. So I'm going to show you right now on my screen. Fuck, I forgot. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to go on Fiverr. I'm just going to show you like the type of message I've sent to guys, because I've been using that website a lot in the last few weeks. So I take all the top profiles, so people with over 100 reviews, amazing reviews on one particular skill or expertise. And I say, hi Silvo, I have a lead generation agency. I'm looking for a new lead scraper. This is just to give him a bit of context. I need someone who is efficient and who can get things done quick. This is very important for me because I like to move quick. If that's the case, are you able to scrape this? And basically you want to give him the type of mission he would be doing for you every day, simply to see if it's a fit. So I give him all the kind of leads I would like him to scrape. And then you do this for like 10 people, and then you can start gathering feedback. Yes, I can give you the service. Give me a moment to check it. If you want to see a few samples before placing an order, you tell me. So this is for me like a really good answer. The guy's like, okay, I need some time. I can give you some sample. He knows what I'm talking about. And it's a good way to do a first filter. Sometimes some people, I don't know if I can find them, but like some people will tell you, okay, pay me now. Like this is for me a really good first filter. It's like, okay, get out of the way. I don't want to work with you. And now you can do the same with Facebook. So basically, this was for a different expertise. When you do lead generation business, one of the kind of repetitive and a very technical and a bit annoying task is to set up emails for your accounts, because when you do volume, you need to have an email infrastructure. Anyway, I'm not going to get deep into this. But so I needed someone to build those email infrastructure for me, because it takes me a lot of time. It's not that expensive and it's very technical. So I have a group. So basically, if you do SMMA, check out the Facebook group for SMMA. If you have lead generation, check out groups for lead generation. You can just find those kind of communities. Also try to look for YouTube channels that talk about the topics. Usually it's going to be software companies who have communities, and it's very, very interesting to work to start being active in those groups. So I'm looking for an expert in email infrastructure to join our lead agency. We need someone who can set up a system capable of sending 5,000 emails per month using instantly without triggering Google suspension or phone verification issues. So you want to get very, very specific. So, I need to do one thing. I have some criteria. I need there's some stuff particular, like I have some pain points when doing this task. So I need people to be aware of these problems and know if they have solutions to see if they're kind of like better for me. And I give like an offer. You don't need to do this, but I feel like I don't care paying people well if the job is done. So just to attract people. So if they're interested, boom, Google form, name, email, number of emails already set up. I don't care about their certification of their university. I just want to know if they have done this in the past and what is the volume, your price, anything else you might want to add. And then you can see like after 2 days, I had 13 replies, which is a good pull set. If I can cross combine this plus the Upwork people, I might have like 30 answers. So I've got a lot of data to make a good choice. So I got all the emails, number of email already set up. You see I get all the results, the price. Also the good thing is always to ask for the price, because after talking with like 30 people, you have an understanding of like what's the price for this market, what's the cheapest, what's the highest. And then you can straight away filter people out. If you can see a price that is very, very unusual, you know this guy trying to rob you. And even if I can convince the guy to tell him, no, you need to adapt yourself. If someone tries to rob you in the first email, just get out of the way. It's a really good filter for me. So I've got all those people. Like anything you might want to add. You see some people do some really long message. You see it's not ChatGPT. So this really tells you like this guy, I think I actually might end up working with one of these guys. Let me check. Oh no. But anyway, like you see how seriously these people take the case. So it's a good way to filter out. So you send messages, you make a post in the Facebook group, and then you're going to review each profile very, very quickly to see who are the people you're actually going to spend time kind of reviewing. So in order to do that, you want to filter by pricing and by expertise. So for me, those are the two very important points to look. How cheap are you, but also how good are you in terms of quality, and you want someone to combine those two filter and find the sweet spot. Then you're gonna start messaging the top profile with who you had some connection to see if it's a fit, and you're gonna give those guys a task. Either they will work for you for free for the first task, or either pays them. Once you have a top profile, you shouldn't be hesitant in paying the guy. Like you need to move forward. It's €20, it's fine. Maybe it won't be that good, but at least now you know. And so you want to do that for 2-3 people, and then this is the first step of having someone in your team. When I say someone in your team, it's only like per task. So I have a task, I delegate them. I don't want you to start hiring people for months, because if your business has a problem, you're gonna lose money. And for me, this is the best way to do it. So you're gonna give them the first task, and then after a month, let's say for lead scrapping, you're gonna see like, okay, actually one of these guys is doing way better, and then you're gonna niche down with him. So for an example, just because I told you I was gonna show you some example, I had the lead scraping, and then just to finish this point. And then you are going to, I think I said that, you are going to you're going to review each task, quickest, cheapest, quality, and then you're going to add them into WhatsApp. So I'm just going to show you. So I have my WhatsApp. My WhatsApp is full of Indian shit. Okay. So this guy is amazing. Like, look, I'm working with this lead scraper. He's truly a true gem. Okay, so he gives me the process, delivery time, pricing. This guy is fucking amazing. Then so I was working with this guy, but at first I was actually working with another guy, and this guy is actually really slow, and I think he's not an expertise, even though he has over 100 reviews on Fiverr. So don't get you fooled by the review on Fiverr. Like, you need to find a kind of accommodation of people. So I work with 2-3 people. Like this guy I'm working with, this guy is my thumbnail editor. So I work with a few. And then I can just narrow it down, like after a month, okay, this guy is really the top profile. And what you can do is, once you start working with the guy, so I'm working with a YouTube thumbnail specialist, and I can ask the guy if I'm really satisfied with his quality. Do you have anyone in your network who does video editing? And once you have your first team, it's very easy to expand, because once you know one of these guys, you know how to find another one. This guy can bring you another guy. So it's really like the first part is the hardest. Once you have 1-2 guys, it gets pretty easy, and you can start training them. So I worked with a lead scraper. The guy, I hope this video is not too long. Anyway, I work with a lead scraper, and I realized like sometimes some job postings, some leads were irrelevant. I told him, okay, man, you might want to use another platform, and the guy's happy to learn from you, because those are tasks I did for a while, and I can actually teach him a lot of stuff. So yeah, guys, this is it. I hope you find some good ways to like start hiring your business. So just to do a small recap, only do a repetitive task and very specialized task. Only start doing it once you master them and you're making 2,000-3,000 a month in your agency. And yeah, guys, honestly, it's really a game changer. Like, it's so cool. Even just like building your team, being an operator, like getting your head a bit out of the repetitive stuff, going a bit up, and like basically like improving your processes. I love working on processes, like automating everything, and like knowing like if tomorrow I woke up at 12 a.m. some stuff is still going to be done. And actually this also enables you to attract more clients, because if I was doing everything myself, I would limit myself to 2 clients. Now I can easily onboard new people, because I know like 19% of the task I'm going to have to do for those new people, it's going to be my team doing it. So this is very cool. My next step, just for me personally, to give you a bit of background of my journey, is going to work with, I would like maybe either a personal VA, or like a guy who's mastering team management. Someone who is really like, who can actually manage the team like me, who can, so this is going to be one of the guys. I need someone to be able to do calls with my clients. So all the like onboarding and all the weekly calls, because this takes me a lot of time. And maybe this is probably going to be the last one, but working with an appointment setter, or a guy who does like discovery calls or maybe closing call, because I still like doing them, and for me this is really important. This is where the money is being made. But those will be the next steps, so we'll see in a few months. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.